Hi everyone, welcome back for another whiskey review. Today looking at this interesting Japanese single malt, Yamazaki. Now, if you're following the Japanese whiskey scene and have been enjoying Japanese whiskey for some time, the two names that sort of come to mind, actually I would say three, is Suntory, Yamazaki, Hakushu, and Hibiki. Obviously all of the three whiskeys, they do come from the Suntory family, Hakushu and Yamazaki being the two single malts, and Hibiki being the blend made out of Hakushu, Yamazaki, and the grain whiskey Cheetah. Now, in May 2019, so which is nearly 2 years ago, I had the pleasure of going to Japan on a corporate trip, and I added a few extra days past the trip to being able to go to Yamazaki and Hakushu, because I've never been to Japan before, and it was my once in a lifetime opportunity to go visit these distilleries and go see the homes of Yamazaki and Hakushu. And Yamazaki was the first one I went to. Most of my trip was based around Tokyo, so I had to catch the bullet train, which was an experience in itself. And got to Kyoto from memory. I'm pretty sure it's Kyoto. And then another train to Yamazaki. And the visit to distillery was just absolutely divine. I got a bit lost on the way. The taxi driver didn't quite understand where I want to go, and he ended up dropping me off at a brewery where a whole lot of hand gesturing and bowing and apologizing fixed the problem, because it was not a distillery, it was a brewery I ended up being. And got dropped off by another taxi driver, finally to the right place at Yamazaki. Got myself on the tour and went around the tour, which is a little daunting, because obviously the tour is run in Japanese for the obviously local population, but they give you these beautiful devices which give you the English commentary of everything the tour guide might be saying at the time, so you can understand and keep up with everything they're telling you about the brand and the history. Now, for all essential purposes, the way the distillery was laid out, the tour, the mashing, the distillation, everything. And I've long said this, is for all essential purposes, if you could remove the Japanese people, somehow fool me into thinking I'm not in Japan, the layout, the way the whiskey made is exact way how I saw whiskey being made at any number of Scottish whiskey distilleries, which was quite amazing, because obviously Japanese have no shame in saying or admitting, the art of whiskey making they learned from the Scottish. And the Yamazaki itself, obviously, very, very expensive. The love affair with the Japanese single malts in particular, both the Suntory, Yamazaki, and Hakushu just have driven the price up to the moon and making it rather hard to get the single malts. I remember the Yamazaki, this one in particular, the Distiller's Reserve, which is their no age statement single malt, retailing for around 120 kiwi, which is about 60 to 75 pounds. But unfortunately now it's more than doubled in price in New Zealand in particular to 250 Kiwi dollars, which is around 130 pounds. That's if you can get some, because it's always available in very small numbers, and also not available all year around. So I've had complete pleasure of trying the Yamazaki. At the Yamazaki distillery, I was able to try the older stuff as well, the 12-year-old, 18 and 25. But let's find out what the Yamazaki Distiller's Reserve is like on the nose first. Now, Yamazaki Distillers Reserve bottled at 43% ABV, which helps carry just a little bit more of the aroma and the flavors on the palate, I believe. Now, if you've been following my content for a while, that's a lot less than I normally pour, because of the rarity and the price. I'm just trying to make my bottle last a little bit longer. It's nearly a third gone, which is all right. Beautiful. Very lovely, soft, delicate dram. Not overly deep in color, reasonably light. Maybe Just a little bit darker than just a ex bourbon cask whiskey, but I do believe there's some sherry cask stuff in here as well. Gorgeous sweet nose. Now, one key difference between the Yamazaki distillery and Hakushu is Yamazaki range is unpeated, whereas Hakushu is lightly peated whiskey. Gorgeous peaches and ripe melon with sort of chocolate character. Absolutely gorgeous. Really, really good. There's just a gentle spice at the back of the sweetness. Again, not overpowering at all. Overall, quite a sweet, light whiskey on the nose. There's just a hint of honey. Oh. Very, very pleasing on the nose. I mean, for a non-age statement, entry-level whiskey, this is phenomenal. Really good. Just a shame about the price. Retail price. Alright, well, let's see what's it like on the palate. There's gentle spices up front, followed by loads of dark chocolate. Really, really satisfying. The spice, dark chocolate, a little bit of sweetness. Rich sweetness coming through now. But the spice and the sweetness, oh, so good. This is not good. I don't like this at all because every time I have a wee dram of it, I want to drink a lot of it. I just simply cannot replace the bottle at the moment because there is currently none available in New Zealand. Hopefully some more will come this year. So I don't want my bottle to run out. Again, that dark chocolate lingering. Slightly dry character kicking in now, which could be just more of the spice. But really juicy dram on the palate overall. It's not quite a sugar bowl all up, but just that constant dose of the spice and the dark chocolate is very, very pleasing. Overall, an amazing whiskey. I don't normally rate whiskies. I don't want to say that because then I dig a hole for myself, because I have several friends in the whiskey making industry or retailing or brand ambassadors. But this has to be probably one of the best non-age stated single malt whiskies I've ever tried. It will be up there, irrespective of price and availability. Very, very nice. Unpeated, I just add, because I like BT whiskies more. Really, really good. Well, that's all I've got to say about this particular dram. If you are liking the content, please like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in the very near future with another whiskey review. See you later. Bye-bye.